Well, hilarious one-act opera is now playing at USM in Gorham.
It tells the story of a beloved family mourning a loss, that is, until they learn the contents of his last will and testament. Here to tell us more about Gianni Schicchi is the show's director, Dr. Melinda Haslett. Good morning. Did I say that right?
You did,
okay.
and good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
This is a very interesting story. Can you tell us more about the story here?
Well, this was written, it was commissioned in 1917 by the Metropolitan Opera in New York City. They commissioned Puccini, the great Italian composer, and it was commissioned during World War I. And he chose 3 one-act operas, 2 tragedies, and a comedy. And this is the comedy. And it was sort of his gift to the world because the world needed to laugh. And so the story is the lights come up and there's a dead body on stage. And the family is mourning, but not really, because they're super excited about what could be left over for them. So the opera is about finding the will and realizing that Gianni Schicchi, that Bozo Donati, the dead guy, has left selfishly, he's left all of the money to the convent. Oh. How dare he?
They're not happy.
They are not happy. And so they concoct a scheme to update the will post-mortem so that they come out on top. But the twist is Gianni Schicchi, who is the person who orchestrates this ruse, comes in and he leaves everything to himself. And so that's the funny part at the end, is everybody's expecting him to leave money equally to the family, and he leaves it to himself.
Wow.
Now, this opera is in Italian.
It is.
But the nice thing, when you go to that, you don't have to speak Italian or know Italian. You're going to have the subtitles right there, which is kind of nice.
Just like you would any movie or television show that you watch now, we put subtitles up. It's the same thing for the theater. Almost anywhere you go now, so that's definitely late. But the students have learned Italian, they've done their homework, they know what they're saying, they're top notch.
And so you kind of, shared with us sort of the punchline, of the show. What else do you think makes the show so funny?
Well, the people that are doing it, I always tell the students that they are the hope of the world. And so they bring part of their personality. So you see their quirks on stage, and they're just so joyful. And I think that's what is the best part, because opera has a reputation of being stodgy, but it's really a conglomeration of all of the arts. There's visual arts, there are costumes, there's the orchestra, it's a community-based orchestra, and then these young people who are coming together to create something wonderful for the community, to make them laugh. So there are these beautiful 1920s costumes, opulent, the orchestra is gorgeous, and then these students who've been studying music for 4 or more years get to show off their goods. So it's neat.
Yeah, and let's talk about the collaboration. I mean, you guys all teaming up to make this show just rock.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is a combination between Osher Opera Theater, which is what I run, the University of Southern Maine Osher School of Music, as we work together, the theater department, and Southern Maine Symphony Orchestra, which is a combination of a youth orchestra, community members, and students from USM. So we all work together to make this piece for the community.
Why would you encourage people to come out and see this opera?
Because it's fun. If you want to laugh, and that was Puccini's purpose, and it's funny. Last night I was kind of guffawing a little bit, so it's funny, and also it's only an hour long. So it starts at 7 o'clock at Russell Theater at USM in Gorham. There's parking. It's a quick in and out, and then you can still go to one of our amazing restaurants in Portland by the evening, and you've got a fabulous date night. And you've supported a state school, our state singers and artists, our state faculty, and it's a great way to celebrate Maine.
You mentioned Russell Theater. I saw a musical there last year. It's a great intimate setting. Talk about how nice that is, being in a smaller place like that.
Well, you really see everything on everyone's faces, and that's the funniest part, because I know the students really well, so I see them winking at each other and doing inside jokes. It's really pretty funny. There are only 150, 125 seats max, so you are really part of the theater. And as with any live performance, the people on stage really feel the energy from the audience. And last night they were just feeding off of it and having a joyous time. there was so much giggling. It was wonderful.
I love it. And let's talk about what age you're kind of recommending for the show.
Well, I would say anyone who can sit for about an hour, so maybe 13 and up. Members of our symphony, actually, there are some young teenagers who are part of the symphony.
Oh, great.
So, so I would say anyone who can read the surtitles, it's a fun night.
Awesome.
Yeah, first of all, talk about how long this opera is taking place and where they can get tickets.
So it's 59 minutes. Plus laughter and applause. They can get tickets through USM, Russell Theater, or the Osher School of Music. I would say call right away. Tickets are selling fast. If you want another show like this in the spring, we will also be producing another opera, and I'm going to do my little gender reveal right now because the cast doesn't know this, that we're going to be producing Die Fledermaus in the spring in Corthell Concert Hall, and it will be in English, and it will be a fully produced show, and it will be wonderful in the spring as well.
All right, you saw it right here on Arc Maine. That's
right.
exciting.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Can't wait to hear the singing, too.
All right, well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you
It
for
sounds like a
having me.
really fun opera.
Thank you.
Yeah, get out and support the arts.
Definitely.
Absolutely.